Oh, heyo everyone, and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and let's dive into this 817th stream. Animate Barrel, thank you so very much. I really appreciate the donation, even if it was slightly off, but that is okay. It was pretty fun, and it was a nice surprise. And also, thanks for being here today. I'm so sorry that I messed up my times. I did. I really did. That was my fault entirely. I didn't realize it, however, until this morning. Otherwise, I think I would have said something. But if you're wondering what we're talking about, let me show you real quick. So this is my schedule that I put out. How did I mess that up? Look, everything looks great, correct? Obviously we have a TBD screen there that's showing, that we didn't really have a plan for Friday. I don't love doing that, but, I figured Tuesday when we were doing our chatting and retro stream, looking at old video games and talking about the future, we sort of decided some goals for the future, and we didn't decide what game I was going to play on Friday or what I was going to do on Friday, but we talked about, taking some chances, playing some more obscure games, and doing all kinds of stuff that would be fun and adventurous in 2023. So, anyways, TBD turned into this game I'll talk about in just a moment. Bear with me. I will share more about that. But you'll notice the time is 1:02 a.m. PT. Who knows? Who knows what that is? I have no idea. 1:02 a.m. PT could be anything. I think, and here's the truth, it really was meant to be 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. That was my plan. I figured I'd do it, at the 10:30 mark. I kind of had in my mind that, 10 o'clock I could probably make work, but in all honesty, I wasn't feeling that great. Mornings are a little bit tough. I'm getting a lot of gunk out. I'm stuffed up. I'm getting over a head cold. So I thought 10:30, give me a little extra time. Well, it still ended up being 10:32 by the time our countdown finished. So my apologies for being a little late on that. But also my apologies for not being clear on my my start time. Also, let me just point out, X Zodiac. This is a game that we are covering late as well. So talking about being late, this is a game that was provided to me by the creators and or from the publishers, Pixel Jam. And they wanted to offer me a Steam key for this early access game. Now, this is a game I actually had on my radar before I was offered the key, and I was very interested in it. At the time that I was offered it, it was like the perfect time for me to stream it. So I said, yeah, I'll take it. I'll do a review of it. You got it. I was very excited about it. Unfortunately, it then almost immediately happened that it was not a good time for me to cover the game. Other stuff came up, and then as it got pushed to the wayside, frankly, and this is embarrassing, and this is my own fault, I will eat crow for it, I just forgot about it, and it fell off my radar. So my apologies to Pixel Jam, and my apologies to anyone who might be going, hey, what's the deal? We gave this guy a key. Anyway, thank you. There's some hype right there. Thanks, Animate Barrel. Makes me feel a little bit better. We're getting to it now. That's the important thing. Anyway, this is a game which, look, I don't think it hides the fact that it is heavily inspired by retro games, especially Star Fox. And I love classic Star Fox. Star Fox and Star Fox 64 are a few of my favorite on-rail shooters games ever, and actually made me interested in the genre in the first place. There are several games, Panzer Dragoon being another example, that I've played since, and I thought, oh, this is really fun. But those classic Star Fox experiences are so good that Star Fox ends up being one of my favorite Nintendo IPs. X Zodiac. Just a few words from the publisher and creators here. This game was created by one person under the name of MNKY. This is Ben Hickling, and it was published by Pixel Jam with music by Plus Tech. It actually is supposed to have released kind of last summer. However, really It was, oh, sorry, no, I take that back. It was in early access last summer, with the full version coming this year, or possibly next, to be honest. So there's a long development time here. But right now, there are about 6 levels, I believe, and then also some bonus stages. And then there's supposed to be twice that or more in the final version. So, anyways, they offered me this key. I said, yep, I would love to go ahead and review it. This is on Steam. It's supposed to be coming out on the Switch as well. I do plan already, I think, just based on what I've seen, on picking it up for Switch. But bear in mind, these keys are provided for free. They actually said, review it when you can. And that was the only thing that I was bound to. I don't have to give a positive review. To use the phrases you hear all over the internet for these sorts of things, my opinion is my own. Though, bear in mind, look, I'm human. Maybe it's colored by the fact I got the game for free. Who knows? You be the judge, look at the games, tell me what you think of it, and hopefully we can agree that it's fun to be able to get games to review for free. Anyway, Animate Barrel says, this is the first time I actually caught my name under the subscriber screen. Oh, there you go, Animate Barrel, right on. I guarantee it's been there, but sometimes it's easy to overlook it. Anyway, I'm going to try and stay hydrated today because, again, not feeling good. I've got a box of tissues handy as well. I will be playing this game, though, on Steam with the Nintendo Switch controller. This is my controller of choice for playing Steam games, and I just plug it in through a USB Type-C cable. I'm also sporting some, I think, thematically appropriate clothing. Here we go. NASA. I think for this game, X-Zodiac, I mean, even the colors match up, right? This is good. Harem says your face is your controller. I don't know about that. That's rude, right? No. Oh,
is that a new subscriber? Welcome.
You made it up to me, my friend, with the 53rd free subscription.
Shush, this is more important, cheeky smiley face.
You're right. Okay, I'll be quiet. Thank you so much, Harem, for that. I really appreciate that. Animate Brill is totally right to give that heart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the resubscription. Harem, that is an astonishingly large amount of months there that you've subscribed to this channel. So thank you so much. Look, we're old, right? Harem, you can go ahead and tease me about this. You know the deal, right? I'm old, you're old, I'm old. I just realized something. Are we getting color temperature changes on the no, I don't think we are. Are we? I don't know what's going on. The lighting is weird when I do these day streams, I'll have to kind of watch that and monitor it, make sure that our colors are okay. But anyway, I am an old man. Okay, we've established this. So behind me here, as a remnant from the last stream, we have the CRT and the top loader NES, right? On top, I have to do this. I'm sorry. I have to shout out, not shout out. I have to show off. There we go. That's the correct terminology. To show off 4 new game pickups here. Also, I got a haircut. I don't know if you noticed. Showing your ages, lol. Right? That's what it was, Aaron. I couldn't remember the words. Okay. In reverse alphabetical order, just because. I picked up Pinball. I've cleaned this using the method that I shared before, so I could test them out. I actually did the full kind of quick clean there. But there's Pinball, a black box NES game right there. Or black label in this case, since I don't have the box, but you know what I mean. And then we have, boom, Mystery Quest. Now let me tell you, I had never heard of this game. Never heard of it. No clue. But I had recently picked up a game by Taxon and thought, hey, it was kind of fun. What the heck? And so I thought I liked the label. It looked fun. It looked cute. Kind of looked like my cup of tea. I read briefly a description that said it was about this wizard trying to go through a quest. I said, all right, sign me up. The game's not great. Okay, it's a little bit like Alex Kidd if you took out all of the excitement. At least that's my initial 5-minute to 10-minute review of the game. I'm going to play more of it, but I wanted to share that with you. However, there are some other games that I got, and both of these last two, I got to tell you, these are the real winners here. This Joust for the NES. Joust is one of my favorite arcade games. I have it on the Atari 2600, I think it is, or I don't remember. I have it on something. And I forget where I was first exposed to this game, but it may have been in the arcades. I think it was on the Atari 2600, though. Anyway, Joust is awesome. I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with the design in this game. You know, you're on these flying ostriches fighting, jousting with other knights on dragons. But, man, anyways, I'm super excited to own this one and have it in the NES collection. I played it. It's a great port. Really do feel like this is going to be one that I'm going to stream because it's just super fun. It's a simple arcade game, but man, it's got style. It's got a great game feel. Obviously, it is a very similar game feel to what is it? Balloon? Oh, shoot, what's it called? The one that Nintendo published, Balloon Flight. Is that what it is? Balloon Flight, right? Which was a game that the former Nintendo president worked on. Why am I also blanking on his name? Again, brain fuzzy, not really. Is it Iwata? Iwata, of course. I didn't have to Google it. I remembered it. Anyway, good. Iwata worked on Balloon Flight to get some of the mechanics working right. Well, it's got that same, flap. Tap the button and you kind of flap. You gain a little bit of height, but you kind of slowly move down. Anyway, cool game. Joust right there. This is what's interesting to me. Animate Barrel, lurk away. I get it. You said you had to rest your head. Nah, sure, Harem. This game, if you notice the label there, look at that. HAL America. What's interesting about that? Iwata worked for HAL. HAL put out Kirby, of course, but also put out, I believe, Balloon Flight, or helped with the Balloon Flight. Maybe not, but Iwata was there. And Iwata worked for HAL. There's connections. Boom, look it up. I don't know, Wikipedia. I think, no. Balloon Flight was, I think, first party Nintendo, but it was Iwata working on it. And then Iwata went and worked with HAL, who did Kirby and all that stuff. And so Joust, HAL, interesting. I don't know. There may even be, if I dig deeper, some connection like, hey, Iwata worked on the Joust port and, so was able to assist because he worked on Balloon Flight. I don't know. Anyway, last game. Asteranix. This game is weird, but I like it. Okay, this is a Jalico game made in Japan, and kind of a fun little label, like goofy artwork. But basically what this is, if you've played the games that are like, I don't know, there's all kinds of them actually, where you're basically, it's a side-scrolling platformer, but very basic platforming, and then you have like a simple axe that you can use. I've got several arcade games on my games collection here that are like that, and we'll play some of them. I like that style, and so I thought I'll get the Asteranix. I've in fact played Asteranix on there. I believe they have the arcade port, and then Rastin is of course the big one. I think we even played a little of that one, but Rastin, it's a better game, but also a worse game. I don't know. They're both good. Asteranix is funny because it brings in this whole story, how you're like this teenager in the modern day, and suddenly this fairy comes and is like, hey, you've been ported to this new world, and there's all this mythology and stuff, and you have to like defeat the big baddie to go back to your world and save ours. And then you're like the reluctant hero. You're like, well, what if I just go home? I don't want to do this. And the fairy's like, well, psych, you can't go home until you do this. It's fun. Anyway, those are my NES games. All NES games artwork were goofy though. Some were pretty cool actually. I'm gonna stand on that. Actually, the Joust game I thought looked pretty good. But anyway, those are my 4 new games. X Zodiac now is the goal for us, and let's go ahead and talk. You never said they weren't cool. Harem says. Fair. Goofy but cool. All right. I can go with that. But let's snap our fingers here. Boom. There we go. Everything's going slowly. I don't know why. I'm not dropping any frames, so I don't know. Everything just seems to be a little bit on the slow side. Anyway, it looks like it's good. Again, X Zodiac above here, some information. This is it. You can see over there that it does say version 0.6.23 early access. So, we're going to probably see a few little goofy things, but that's okay. I like Goofy, and I'm really excited to try this. Okay, so let's be on the lookout for things that are homages to classic games. I have a feeling we're going to come across several of those. I also have a feeling, I could be wrong on this, but I have a feeling like we're going to talk a lot about the mechanics and how the game feel is on X Zodiac, because if it's not really nailed down, that's going to be a problem, right? If it doesn't feel good to play, if it doesn't have that on-rails classic Star Fox-esque feel to it, I think we might be in trouble. But all right, I did look in options here briefly before we got started. Display setup was pretty straightforward, so we can't actually change any of this, I guess. I don't know. I attempted to, and nothing was happening. But it's 60 frames per second, 16:9 aspect ratio with a resolution mode called retro. I don't really know what that means. Maybe it's because it is actually a lower resolution than the 3x scaler, because they say window size scaled up. And that's kind of what I'm assuming right now. I don't fully know, but that's going to be my guess. We have full screen, VSync, and flashing effects all enabled. Do be careful on the flashing effects. Who knows if you are prone to epilepsy or things like that. Be warned. Control setup, I looked at. This I can actually alter. I didn't worry about the mouse aiming because I'm playing with a controller, as the game actually instructed me to play. I do have controller vibration enabled, and analog sensitivity is at 100%. I'm not sure if lowering it would be helpful. I suppose that's if you feel like you're just darting about too quickly, but I probably am good with this. Inverting the axes might be interesting. I may have to do that depending on how they've set it up. So if, like a standard, flight game, down is up and up is down, I'm good. But we'll see. Customizing the controls here, you can see that it is very Star Fox-esque, at least it's how I remember it. So you use the left and right, L and R buttons to do a barrel roll, or half roll, I am assuming, actually. And then you have your top button and bottom button being your boost and brake, bomb on the right, and your lasers on the left. I'm assuming this is actually going to work right out of the box. I don't have to adjust this, but if this game is recognizing this controller as like an Xbox controller, it might think that the right button is actually the bottom button. The right button for me is the bottom button, and I'll have to adjust this. So good that I can do it. I will work on that. I didn't do this through Steam. I didn't set up the controllers through Steam. I wanted to see if there was native controller support this way. So, and Harem, Happy New Year's to you too. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing well. Okay, very classic, planet progression. I love it. Press left or right to select the mission, but I have to start on the first mission. The Forest of Allura are under attack. Find out who's responsible and put an end to the destruction before it's too late. Good luck. So, all right, mission start. Hopefully, again, we don't have to worry about changing the buttons, but so far I've been using the right button. Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh. Yeah. No, they have it. Okay, so hold on. We are going to need to go into the options because, surprisingly, the y-axis, oops, there we go, was not inverted. Okay. So, all right. And, oh, nope. And also, I was worried about this too. Let's go into the options. I love the warble voice. Harem says, been going good, and I went out to a friend's to celebrate the new year and posted a pic in your Discord. Oh, I think I saw that one, actually, if I recall. Yeah, I wish I was there. Control setup here. Let me customize. Let's go ahead and do... Is it going to... Okay, fire. There we go. See, yeah, it's thinking this is an Xbox controller. Bomb. Boost. Break. Okay. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. All right. There we go. Oh, boy. All right. And, yep, just Star Fox-esque on the... Oh, boy. Oh, boy, it feels tight. That's 60 frames per second, too. Wow. It's like playing Star Fox if the game wasn't actually running at a slower than a snail's pace. Okay. Yeah, so just kind of getting a little bit used to the movement here. I haven't been able to read any of the conversation that's happening. Oh, man, this is actually a lot more hectic than I was expecting. My shield is almost gone. Okay, so I'm a little nervous that I'm not going to make it. It wouldn't be surprising if I so quickly get destroyed. Hey, repair. I like that. Oh, man, and then instantly get hit again. You know what? Having 60 frames per second, I do believe makes this a little trickier. Ooh, that boost felt good. Okay, laser repair. I don't... no, I'm going to do repair. Laser probably would have been nice, but I feel like... Oh, gosh. I feel like repair was necessary and urgent. There's another repair. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh. I can slow down with the brake. Feels good, but oof. Yeah. Got to be careful with this. There we go. Oh, man. Don't want to get destroyed here. Woo! Okay, repair. I like repair. Good. Shields back up to a reasonable place. It means you have to come to the UK. Well, I would love to, Harem. I'll join you someday in the UK. That is on the trip list, so... Oh, dang. I should have braked there, but I did not. And I broke as a result. Oh, man. These things are kind of wild. Alright. Try and get away. I guess I could use a bomb. Let's try a bomb. Nope. I missed. Okay. Oh, dang. I've got a bad feeling about this. I love the character art. Looks good. Ooh, wow. That is a pretty nice little flashing screen there. Want to get cut down like the trees, huh? Well, then, be my guest. All right, what is this guy? All right, so grab the claws. Great classic Star Fox. You know, you see the... Whoa, hello. I see what's going on here. But yeah, you've got the claws that you have to aim for because... oh, gee whiz. Okay. Because they are flashing, that's how you know, right? Okay, I am gonna get cut down. Oh man, come on. Oh wow, okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh man, okay, that wasn't good. All right, now I gotta get the top little scorpion stinger. Oh man, I don't feel like I'm gonna do well. Ah yes, I think that being this damaged is making my ship a little less maneuverable. I believe so. Yeah. Does that do some damage? I think that helped. Oh man. Okay, if I can just keep doing this. I just want to stay alive in the first level and not feel like I instantly failed. Come on. Oh wait, now I gotta aim down here. Oh dang. Okay. Oh man. I missed it. Yeah, it's hard to aim on this part. All right, let's see if a bomb's gonna help. Almost, maybe a few more shots. Yes. All right. I feel good about that. We got a little achievement there. All right, Nexo Phoenix Gaming, welcome on in. How are you doing? Hey, that's a good feeling. Oh, Harem has finally started watching Game of Thrones. All right. So, enemy bonus. Okay, we missed a few enemies. Yeah, that's fair. We got a D. It's not great. But we didn't lose. We didn't die. All right. So next stage, I assume full health at the start. That would be nice because I was about gone. Ignis. What were we on before? Allura. Okay, now we're in Ignis. Unusually high levels of seismic activity have been detected on the planet's surface. We suspect Zodiac is behind this, so proceed with caution. Be careful. Oh no. Nexo, okay. Nexo says that they're having a rough morning. My health has deteriorated. My insomnia is getting worse. Hope you don't mind if I just lurk in the stream. Of course not. Look, in terms of health and whatnot, you know, that's your priority. You don't owe anything. You don't have to. In fact, if anybody's lurking right now, please, I appreciate that. You don't even know how much I appreciate just that. If you're enjoying watching, it doesn't matter if you're not chatting. It really doesn't. It doesn't. If you're just enjoying watching, I love that. Or listening, or whatever the case may be. You know, if you're tuning in for any way, or for any reason, in any way, I appreciate it. I really mean that. You know, sometimes there is a feeling like you have to do certain things on Twitch. No, you don't. You're good. But I am super sorry that you're having that rough morning. I'm sorry to hear that. We are playing X Zodiac. You can read more about it up there. Get some deets on what this is. So this is Ignis. Yeah, I love it. Oh, this looks super cool. Look at the northern lights up there. The Aurora Borealis, right? I wonder if, you know what? I'm going to change one more thing. I'm going to go into the options here. And for control setup, I'm going to adjust the rolls to the ZL and ZR buttons. Oops. There we go. Boom. Yeah, that's right. I think that'll be better. And then back. All right. Continue. Yeah. For the Switch controller, that feels better. So just some adjustments, but I really do think, you know, despite the fact that so many people are growing up with inverted or non-inverted controls, I don't even know at this point. Up and down in games like this, I really do feel need to be like a flight yoke, you know? I mean, because that's what you do in an airplane, right? Or a spaceship, so I think it makes more sense. Oh, Jam Doggy! Oh my gosh, Jam Doggy! Thank you so much for coming on in.
This reminds me of the original Star Fox.
Exactly, my friend. Exactly. That's right. Oh, well, hello. Oh, whew. All right. Oh, am I in like a little lava cave? That's cool. Whoa, hello. Yeah, this is totally an homage to the original Star Fox. I really would love to see a new entry in that series, but you know what? Barring that, we may have got it. Like, this may be the best Star Fox game I've played in a long time. And I mean that. It feels really good. It plays, I mean, obviously it plays more smoothly than the original Star Fox, but it has the same feel. And goodness, I mean, yeah, this is really neat. I like this. Jam Doggy, thank you so much for that sub. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic day. 43 months. And if you don't know Jam Doggy, please give Jam Doggy a follow. Heck of a guy, great beard, and a fantastic streamer. What have you been streaming lately? I'll give you a shout out here on screen in after this level, if we survive this level. There we go. Let's just boost. Oh, hello. Oh, man. Be careful. I'm detecting large entities up ahead. I don't love that. Oh, man. I don't love this. I don't love this. I don't. Boom. That was it. Look, that's classic Star Fox right there. I really like this. But here's the thing. Does it feel like a ripoff of Star Fox? Not at all. Hey, we got a shout out from Harem. Thank you so much for that. But I'm also, all I can hear in my head is do a barrel roll. Gem Nugget says, I loved Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube. Massive game that kept me busy for months. I do need to play that game, actually. I have not played that one. But I forgot that Harem has the power here to do that. But also, I'm going to throw out another one. Right here, you can see last playing Coral Island. Oh, yeah, I think that was that the one? I think you were telling me about that last time. Kind of a Stardew type thing, I think. Anyway, I can't remember. Anyway, we're back at the start. Oh, no. All right. Yeah, so we just have to be a lot more careful. And it would help if I actually aim a little bit better. I'm going to charge up and try to aim more. I missed the first one of those, so that was a bummer. I love those waves too, you know. Now that I've been playing more Galaga and Galaxian, I recognize that in Star Fox, you know, really we're talking about a game very similar, just with a different perspective. Like if you were behind the ship in Galaga and Galaxian, you'd be playing Star Fox, right? And I'm not a huge fan of a lot of shooters, like, you know, horizontal and vertical shooters. It depends. There's a few that I like, but I'm not really a major fan. But I've kind of gotten into them more recently, and might actually start to, you know, consider myself a fan. Star Fox was always what I liked. You know, it was the 3D, you know, moving forward. You're behind the starfighter or whatever. But now that I think about it, you know, I've really enjoyed playing my arcade 1-up Galaxian and Galaga. And yeah, it's essentially this game before this game, right? I mean, you know, this style of game, I should say. I don't know. Okay, Jam Doggy. Yes, Coral Island is a lot like Stardew with better graphics. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I thought that was the case. I was pretty sure I remembered that. I've forgotten so many things like Satoru Iwata's name earlier in the stream, but I remembered that. Happy New Year. How are you doing, my friend? Did you make ample use of the Steam sales? Oh, man. Not again. Harem says, I just clicked to see if I followed you, and I do. And noticed your banner and see you like Minecraft. Yes. Oh, yeah. If you didn't know, Jam Doggy. I actually met Jam Doggy through Minecraft. I think it was Minecraft, right, Jam Doggy? At least, if it wasn't me playing Minecraft, I don't... Actually, it may not have been. I know that you, in the first streams that I watched of yours, were playing Minecraft. All right, we're going to give this level another go. It is tough. Ooh. Hello. Oh, right into a tree. That's no good. Oh, man, there we go. I like the use of the low polygons plus the sprite work. So the explosions are all sprites that appear, you know, just like the original Star Fox would have done it. And then, you know, of course, the low poly with... maybe that's what the retro mode is referencing. In fact, let's try this real quick. Oops, hold on. As I get pummeled. Let's go to display setup. Let's see what happens. Oh, I can't change it. So weird. Yeah, it doesn't let me change it. Maybe there will be an option in the full release. I'm wondering if the non-retro mode would basically make all the polygons super crisp, you know? I bet that's what it is. I think now we may have solved that puzzle. Harem says, I never get anything in the sale. Didn't get any games for anything. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And Jim Nuggies says, Happy New Year to you too. And yeah, my Steam wish list went from over 200 games to about 185. I did get many games in the sale. Nice. That's cool. There were some good deals. I just found myself getting a couple of small, like really cheap games, mostly because I don't have a Steam Deck yet. That's my hope for 2023. Like I kind of wrote down a list of things that I really kind of want to get this year, and that was one of the bigger ones. We'll see, either 2023 or 2024. I am interested in getting a Steam Deck. I think, this PC is getting a little old, but I also been looking at a lot of stream upgrades, and I'm like, maybe I need to really invest more in the thing that I love, which is, it's streaming. I think I've almost, funny enough, I've almost gotten to the point where I enjoy streaming more than the actual playing of the games. Sometimes that's true. I definitely can say that collecting is a big part of my, of the hobby for me, even more than playing a lot of times. But streaming now, too, Jam Doggy says, I don't have a Stream Deck either. I got a Valve Index VR kit, though. Nice. Oh, cool. Harem got a few games for the PS4 before Christmas, as well as Pokemon Scarlet for the Switch when it came out. Nice. Look at this guy. This is kind of a cool-looking dude. I think that took out a few of those. Good. I wish I had some actually decent lasers, but all right. Yeah, but see, my gaming desktop is pretty old at this point. It doesn't really. Oh, gee, whoa, man. Okay, whoa, there we go. It doesn't work exceptionally well. Old like me. Yep. Retro Rewind Pod. My brother has a Stream Deck and loves it. Oh, Steam Deck. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Retro Rewind Pod. I get those two mixed up all the time. It's so confusing. Because of course, being streamers as we are, that's what we're used to, right? Ah, man. But that's good to know. Oh, good. It starts us off on the boss. That's good. I like that. So yeah, does the have you had a chance to play the Steam Deck? And Retro Rewind Pod, if we could get a shout out for Retro Rewind Pod, please, Jam Doggy, family friendly streamer, heck of a nice guy, podcaster, very cool stuff. Mana, did I ever tell you what happened to my computer? Nexo, I know some things happened to it. I don't remember off the top of my head. Remind me, please. You may have told me, and I may have forgotten, but see if that does some damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, you got to really, maneuver those. Okay, all right. Whew. All right. Retro Rewind Pod says, I have not. He lives in SoCal. I haven't seen him in a while. Gotcha. Did he tell you why he likes it or loves it? Or, what he appreciates most about it? And Harem, actually, if you would be so kind as the !SO shout out as well, do a second one here, just because my hands are not free at the moment. We'll get that on-screen one as well. That's the one I usually reserve for myself to do, but you do have the power, and yes, thank you so much. There we go. So yeah, between Jam Doggy and Retro Rewind Pod, we've got a couple of great streamers in here, and then we've got Harem. That was an awkward wink, but that was meant to be a wink. But then, as I did it, I got this twinge of pain in my head. Also, Nexo Phoenix Gaming is a streamer too. Yes, absolutely. And if we could get a shout out for you, Harem, as well, even though I don't think you've streamed in donkey's years. Is that the phrase? Oh yeah, boom. All right. Oh yeah, and then it says Harem wishes for a shout out. I forgot that's how it works. Harem, there we go. Boom. And waboom. There we go. I won't be streaming until I get a new computer. So what is the story here then, Nexo? Literally died on stream. Yes. Oh, yeah. Even have a clip of it. That's right. Oh, you did tell me about that. Dang, Nexo. I'm sorry. How old was it? And do you know what happened? Like what died in it, I guess. You know. Was it a component? Was it a desktop that you could replace a component that died? Like, you know, did the power supply go out? 5 years old? Oh man. I don't get that. You know, I've and you know, I'm not trying to be play favorites here. In fact, I'm not really in terms of systems, you know, whether it be Windows or Mac OS, you know, operating systems. I tend to like both for different reasons and dislike both for different reasons. Honestly, it's almost a wash for me, except for the fact that, you know, for streaming and so much of what I do, it's really a requirement to have Windows. But for general sort of web work and stuff like that, and, you know, tasks, writing and stuff, I like Macs. But that being said, you know, I actually have recently been at work, you know, looking at various computers that we have. We have Macs that are over a decade old that are running just fine. Like, you know, you wouldn't have any issue to do basic light work on them today. And then we have Windows machines that are like 2 years old and they're basically dead. It's ridiculous. Oh, dang. It was a laptop. Laptops, yeah, they don't last that long. And it was pretty resilient until it got dropped down a literal flight of stairs. Oh, do you know what though? Dude, I've had that happen to me as well. It was in this old apartment building with like marble. I mean, probably not real marble. Well, I don't know. Who knows? We'll just call it marble steps. You know, so it's like stone steps. And it was in my satchel. I had like a over-the-shoulder, you know, messenger bag with the laptop in it. And one side of the satchel, like the strap, broke. And so the whole thing went end on end down a flight of stairs. Oh, it was not good. Harem says, I used to get a new laptop every 2 to 3 years. I mean, that's kind of what it's like. And Remiko, hi, Mana in chat. Remiko, how are you doing? How are you doing indeed? I've got to give, we're going to give a shout out here to Remiko. My friend Remiko is an excellent, oops, that's the wrong command. Shout out Remiko. That's why you should have kept a hold of the strap so it didn't happen. Well, right, Harem, that's probably right. But yeah, Remiko, you did the shout out already. Oh, good. Well, I'll do this one here. We're gonna get Remiko on the thing here. So Remiko, be warned, not always family friendly content here, but an excellent game master. Plays tons of Dungeons and Dragons on stream. Has a bunch of guests. They're really fun stories. Again, you know, viewer discretion is advised. But man, I've enjoyed hanging out with Remiko. I've enjoyed also playing in games with Remiko. And Remiko, we're trying to get together for 2023, the revival of our Edge of the Empire campaign, or you know, do a few one-offs. So, and Iron Rusty, I was watching for the morning stream. There you go, Iron Rusty. With the look, I had the weirdest thing here. I wrote 1:02 a.m. PT. What does that even mean? I goofed. It was supposed to be 10:30, and somehow it ended up being 1:02 a.m. I think what happened. I'm pretty sure I know what happened here. I was adjusting, and you know, on Photoshop, and I accidentally I made an error, and I went back using the back button a couple times, and I went back too much. So 1:02 a.m. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? With Macs, the software is made to work with the hardware, but the hardware is always the same. Windows, basically, you can fit it to anything, so you have 20 different video cards. With the Mac, you have one to write software for. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, that's one of the big things. But hey, listen, I gotta blow my nose. Delta! 1:02 a.m. What music does that radio channel play? That's funny. That's funny. You know, I wonder as I blow my nose. White noise for sleeping at 1:02 a.m. How many of you remember the Mana radio station? Hey, Memory Martin, welcome on in. Excuse me, I'm getting over this cold, you know, so it's not fun. But how many of you remember the Mana radio station I did? This was early. I think Harem couldn't possibly be the only one. Harem says, "Oh no, not Delta." Why did my computer make that sound? Yeah, Memory Martin. It's a new cold. So Mana radio. All right, tell you what we're gonna do. We're taking a pause. I have the power of this stream, Delta. We're about to do this this next stage here, right? In X Zodiac. So the remains of the shattered planet Euclides. Why can't I say that right now? Actively in this region is generally unheard of, and may be the result of an illegal mining operation. Be on your guard. Okay, it's this game. Memory Martin. It's the game. It's the game that I had right up there. Delta always picks up me in Fizzbolt streams. I mean, that's fair. Finally got out of the first area, and Lil Noah stoked. Iron Rusty says, "Nice. All the best tunes in your 40 years in the desert." Retro Rewind Pod. I love it. I love it. By the way, I think you know this, but that is actually a big part of my name. Like, people always assume, and correctly actually, that it was inspired by Secret of Mana. You know, it's my favorite game of all time. But what some people don't realize is that the Man in the Desert reference, though it's not spelled the same, is actually a huge part of why my name is Mana. But I didn't want to be too presumptuous. I don't want to, you know. But it is definitely a reference to that as well. Okay, so many comments. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna exit out of this game for a moment. Let's quit to the title screen for a moment. How do we get out of this? Can I no? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go to the title screen. There we go. That's not, oh, you know what? Okay, I know what's going on. Title screen. There we go. Now we're going to the title screen. And then I can quit the game. But I gotta show. Oh, actually, I just realized I may not need to do that. Let me double check if I've got. I might have this. Hold on. Hold the phone. I might be able to do this another way. I've heard, yeah. Or a Horse with No Name. That is a great song, by the way. I love that song. All right, I just realized how I can do this. It's going to be a little bit better. I do enjoy playing that game, that song as well. My dad and I cover that, and it's a lot of fun. Harem says, I just put my phone down. I don't want to pick it back up. Hold on. That's funny. Yeah, Iron Rusty, I'm sorry I rekindled your NES collecting, but I'm not sorry you got to play Lolo. Yes, and actually, I don't know if you saw, but I actually picked up some more games. I did. So I'll show you in just a second here. But yeah, I actually picked up, here, I'll show you. Oh, where did I put them? There they go. I picked up 4 new games here since you were here. So we have Asteronix, Joust, Mystery Quest, and Pinball. Those are the games. So, yeah, I picked them up. And then also, I didn't mention this, but I actually did at the same time pick up several Atari games, because at the shop that we went to, they had those Atari games, right? You probably remember that. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, you know, they had Adventure. And Adventure is an interesting one because they have, or Adventure was a game that, you know, you could pick up $3 to $5 easy. And then all of a sudden, Ready Player One comes out. And with Ready Player One, all of a sudden you saw that game going to 60 to $100, way inflated. Really strange. Oh yeah, you saw the cleaning stream, but those those Iron Rusty are 4 new ones since the cleaning stream. As I went back after the cleaning stream, got those 4, and then you're right, Iron Rusty, that's funny. But then anyway, the Atari games in that cabinet were all there, and they were all like, Adventure was there for $12.50, and I was like, I do want to get that game. It's one I didn't have. It's one I wanted to play. I wanted to own it since before Ready Player One and the increase in the price. But $12.50, I'm like, it's a little bit much. But it's a lot better than what I've seen it usually. And still, like on eBay, it goes for ridiculous prices. And a lot of times people will try to upsell you in other things because, if you're at like a convention, because they know that people are looking for that game. It's one of the now most popular Atari 2600 games. So I'm like, I'll pick it up. So I go up and he's like, no one ever buys our Atari games. I'll give you a discount on this because I'm just like trying to get rid of these. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, look, do you want more? Because like I'll cut you a deal if you want any more. Like, so I basically almost got all of them for less than the price of I think it was. Well, he offered me it's $22, and I picked up like a whole bunch of these Atari games, like 1, 2. I mean, at least it was more than 8. I can't remember 8 to 16 games. Honestly, I don't remember that I picked up for $22. So I got an Atari stash, and right here it is wild how it became so popular. But anyway, so I got Adventure, which was a popular one, and I got several other kind of nice games. Some that I had before, but it was a different label because Atari had all these variants. And so for a few, so there's Telegames, which is the Sears version of Atari. Then there's the sort of the typical black label with the instructions printed on it that you see for a lot of the like Combat and Atari games like that. But then there was also a set that had this beautiful artwork. Right. But there are these really nice hand-painted pieces of artwork for some of these games, and so there's labels with that. So I picked up Combat with that. And then I got one Activision game, which was Enduro. It's a racing game, and I'm trying to remember what else I got. But yeah, anyway, so that was what I did. Oops, hold on, hit the wrong thing. I'm still trying to bring something up to show you here. Let me actually get that audio down because we're gonna go ahead and play for you a little something from back in the day. Let's start 2023 with this, and don't worry, we'll be playing more X Zodiac because I gotta beat level 3. There's only 6 levels, so we're gonna try and get as far back as we can. But Jimmy Jam said Okami is on sale for Switch. Oh, hey, there you go. I may have to pick that up. Although I think there was a physical copy of it, so if I can get a physical copy, I would prefer to do that. But we'll see. Okay. Yeah, let me see here. So I'll just give you a couple highlights. I won't play the whole thing for you, okay? Because actually, this is this is something that I did. We actually did like a full, we did a full radio broadcast to celebrate. I can't remember if it was 50 followers or 50 streams. I'd have to go back and look, to be honest. I don't remember, but this was like the closest thing to a podcast that I did. So let's go to this. Let's adjust here real fast. I still need to set up my Stream Deck to do some of these things. But here we go. And we're gonna watch it this way. Hopefully, let me also bring this so I can adjust the volume as need be. And here we go. Okay. So, if I just...
Hearing much more as the story unfolds. And now we turn our attention to the roads as our traffic advisor, Neums, catches us up to speed aboard the traffic copters. Neums?
It's mayhem out here. A banana truck headed to DK Allen's has overturned and left a road full of bananas and peels. Multiple cart pileups are blocking all lanes of traffic between Twitch City and the port of Donkey Kong. Commuters are advised to take Interstate 1889 around the accident. All of the other routes appear clear with the usual delays for this time of the day. Oh, hold on, this is just coming in. It appears there's a high-speed chase mounting east of the Aqua Tunnel. Our copters are reporting that it's a band of totems fighting over a goat. Very strange. But here come the police, and it looks like they've managed to disable the vehicles with a timely blooper. Thankfully, no red shells were needed. It sounds like traffic should be returning to normal very soon as all vehicles are currently on the shoulder. Now back to the studio.
And that has been...
And so there, that, friends, that is the first of 4. And why don't we just go ahead and watch another clip here. That one was Neums, one of our early friends of Mana there. And, be right back. I heard, hey, there's a physical copy on sale for about $30. All right, we'll see. I do have a physical copy on Wii, so maybe I don't need it. But hey, Dio. So next up, we have another one here. This is Shell, who is still a friend of Mana, but has so many other things going on at this point. But let's watch this. We're just, Dio, right now, we're going back to some early days of Mana here. And I'm actually kind of proud of these. I think these turned out pretty fun. This was like the pre-stream. It was a celebration stream. We did this. I should do it again. KMNA FM 87.3, Best of Live Radio. This is K-Mana. Because if you don't know this, okay, a little background on this. West Coast call numbers for radio always start with K. So actually what this is, the radio is K-Mana. So West Coast Mana is what it is. And then FM 87.3, just because I like the number. I like the symmetry there, the 7 and the 3, and the 8's a good number. Those are all kind of like my favorite numbers. So, but anyway, we're going to watch this next one here. This one is a minute and a half here. Okay, let's watch this one.
And now over to Shell with the weather. Shell?
Thank you, Manuelo. For most of the day, it's going to be a hot one out there. Those poor workers on the track are going to need their wide-brimmed hats and short sleeves. In the island region, it looks like we're getting an extra dose of sunshine. If you're planning on going to the Coconut Mall today, you may want to linger inside a bit longer to beat the heat. The air conditioning is going to feel really good while temperatures outside will rise to triple digits. Koopa Beach already appears to be a popular destination today, as there are reports of massive crowds looking to get a tan and compete in a few water sports. Over at DK Mountain, temperatures are a bit colder, with thunderclouds appearing late into the afternoon. While it's a good way to stay cool, visitors are advised to remain cautious while jumping cliff to cliff. Those lightning strikes won't just empty your pockets, but will set you back quite a way. Finally, it looks like it's going to be a very clear night and perfect for stargazing. Our meteorologists predict you'll have a perfect view of Rainbow Road if you direct your telescopes just left of the Good Egg Galaxy. Today's weather has been brought to you by Mushroom Piston Engines. When you need a little extra get up and go, choose Mushroom Piston Engines, the finest in quality engines for all your driving needs. Find us on the web at mush4speed.com. That's MUSH, the number 4, speed.com. Back to you, Manuelo.
Thank you, Shell. And now we...
How goofy is that?
And now over to...
Sorry, I hit it wrong. I hit it again. Yeah, so anyway, Memory Martin, good point. Much cheaper on digital to get Okami. So that there is that was a couple of the KMNA, K-Mana radio things. Here's we got a, this is a good one. So these are all friends of Mana, right? So I invited everyone to kind of join in and do this with me, and it was a lot of fun. So Niam's it was from Europe, so it was kind of funny to have sort of like the traffic report. Shell doing the weather. She's got this like bright and bubbly personality, and then Zizal is this music buff at the Owl 08 TV. Actually, still he's a streamer. So if we could get a shout out for the Owl 08 TV, that'd be awesome. In fact, I'm gonna even do one of these here. Really great guy, and so let's do that. The Owl 08 TV. Lots of Pokemon and things like that. Really, someone that I really enjoy hanging out with. He's been a good friend of the channel, and thank you. There we go. Someone you may not know that well. Anyway. So let's do the Zizal's music corner. We had Shell's weather and Niam's traffic report. Let's get the music corner here. This one's pretty fun. And I wonder, I might be able to actually get myself. Yeah, I'm going to actually add myself here to the. Oops, hold on a second. There we go. Add myself to the corner here. By just adding in, where would it be? I want the side camera. Hold on a second. Because I want you to be able to see my reactions to some of these things. But Dio, how have you been? What's new and exciting? What's cool and happening? What's Neato Burrito? I don't know what I'm saying words. I'm saying words here. All right. I'm going to put that there. Okay, that'll work. All right, so now we can go to this one again and start this one up. Oh, get that up there and
Back to you, Manuelo.
Thank you, Shell. And now we turn to our final segment of the evening. Our very own Zizal will take us on a journey through the sonic scape and introduce us to an artist with whom some of you may be familiar.
Welcome to Music Corner. I'm your host Zizal, ready to widen your musical knowledge and share the latest exciting sounds. First, we have a rundown of the latest releases. At the top of the charts is the Mushroom Kingdom's premier idol herself, Princess Toadstool, with her hot off the presses Peach and the Toadstools Ain't No Damsel in Distress. It is an eclectic mix of grunge nouveau and electronic pop, but with a subtle and soulful voice of Peach providing a complete package that belongs in everyone's music player of choice. Also released this week is Shy Guy's newest single, Sliding Away. Bringing a bit of an edge to the indie and emo scene, Shy Guy paints a wonderful picture of a man behind a mask feeling lost in a crowd with no distinct features. Sliding Away is sure to be heard all over the airways this summer. And now on to our main event. We have a very special guest with us in the studio. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Art of Mana, and some of you may know me. So yeah, that's that right there, my friends. was Zizal. And actually, do you want to hear it? Because there is actually one more. If you want, we can go ahead and watch it. Because and there you could watch the whole thing in its entirety, or I broke it down into like the 4 main segments. But actually, I forgot this. There is the Mana Live in concert, which is the that's sort of what the main kind of the big reveal at the end was like, hey, I'm actually gonna do music, and I think this might have been one of the first times I did music on stream. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was. Anyway, Dio, oh, that's really interesting. And Chrono, welcome on in. Excuse me. Dio, just working at home, don't get to see a Mana stream very often. Dio, God bless you. Thank you so much. Also, my daughter got a giant burrito pillow named Bernardo for Christmas. I love it. I love it. That's amazing. Well, yes, if you want to just hang out and listen while we chat for a bit, you're more than welcome to. And obviously get your work done, all that good stuff, But all right, this is the last segment, and it might be a little cringe, but I'm excited. So let's go ahead and listen to this. and then we'll get back into playing our
Should
game.
be fun. I hope you enjoy it.
It sounds like a wonderful story. Thank you so much. I look forward to your
yeah.
acoustic live version of the song. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Art of Mana.
There's a story to it.
You'll be my princess and I'll be your toad. I'll follow behind you on Rainbow Road, protect you from red shells wherever we go, I promise. And no one will touch us if we pick up a star. And if you spin out, you can ride in my car. When we slide together, we generate sparks in our wheels and our hearts. And the finish line is just around the bend. I'll pause this game so our love will never end. Let's go again. Ooh, la da 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 da. The new shell is coming, so I'll go ahead. If you hang behind, it'll hit me instead. But never look back, 'cause I'm down but not dead. I'll catch up to you. Don't worry about Bowser or DK. Just take this glowing mushroom and they'll all fade away. And the finish line is just around the bend. I'll pause this game so our love will never end. Oh, the finish line is just around the bend. I'll pause this game so our love will never end. Let's go again. To the mushroom cup and the flower cup and the star cup and the reverse cup. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, walla, 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 walla. Walla, 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 Luigi, walla, 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 Luigi, yeah.
And that's all from us, your friends at KMNA 87.3 FM. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Oh, there you go. That was it. That was KMNA Radio. That was early Mana. Oh man, back when I did creative stuff. I gotta do more stuff like that. That's the thing. I gotta do more stuff like that. You know, walla 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 Luigi. Chrono, thank you so much. Oh man. Chrono Scooter's into chat. Hey, he's not being paid to be here, so don't tell his bosses. You got it. I'm not saying a word. You got it, my friend. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for being in here. I think I got to do more stuff like that. Personally, that's just me, but it has been a hot minute since I've done anything near that creative, I feel. So, definitely something that I miss, really, honestly. Because it's just fun to be creative. That's one of the things I love the most about streaming. And I think it's gonna have to be something that we get back into. Let me see here. I gotta get my. Why's my PC? Oh, you know what? I think my card to my PC might have gotten unplugged. Remember how we heard that little like doo 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 doo? I think it was the card to my PC. So I'm gonna have to go looking because yeah, right now, I'm not getting the audio or the video feed from it. So thank you so much. Who wrote this song? Why is it not on YouTube with like 10,000 views? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's let's see, the original person, let's see, it's so Mario Kart Love Song by Sam Hart is actually what it is, and that was my version of it. So you can look up Mario Kart Love Song by Sam Hart. It was not my original work, but I'd love to do an original song like that. But that was my cover of it. Let me go real quickly under my computer to try to resolve. I know, Memory Martin. If it was me, that would have been way cool. But I'll work on another a song. I guarantee you that. Hopefully, did that do it? Let's see. I unplugged and plugged it back in. Deactivate and activate. Yes, no, maybe. What happened? Maybe this? Maybe not? Did it unplug here? Do I need to do something here? What if I go plug that back in? And then hey, there we go. Fixed it. And then it's just, oh, whoa. Did it fix it, though? There's that now. Whew, okay. Crises averted. All right. Yeah, no. I did not write the song, but that was something that was kind of thrown together fairly last minute. I remember thinking at the time, it'd be really cool to write a song and put it out here, but it was a lot easier to do a cover at that time. I will have to write something. What should I write on? Maybe an Animal Crossing song? That might be fun. Yeah, right? Exactly, Chrono. What should it be on? He could join Crazer and I on a project we plan on doing after finishing our current one. Really? Intriguing. Wait, why did this... It stopped again. Oh, this is weird. Hold on. I'm having issues suddenly with my my stream. Okay. So unplug. Plug that back in. Yeah. I've lost... Okay, there we go. Now I think we're good. Sorry. All right. So I think Animal Crossing would be a good one. Yeah, what could we write for Animal Crossing that would be kind of fun? What would be a good one? Oh, nice. Oh, that would be fun. Animal Crossing or a song about how things keep getting unplugged in your setup. Yeah, that might be... You know what? I'll write that song right now for you, free of charge. You know that? I'm going to write that one for you right now. Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna get this one for you. Broken Twitch streams would be pretty hilarious. Actually, I do like that idea a lot. Maybe an indie game like Little Noah. There you go, Memory Martin. If I were to write a song right now about issues with the stream, things breaking and all that, I'll tell you how it would sound. All right, you ready for this? All right. Well, I've been streaming many years, but it just doesn't keep those tears away. I've been streaming so long, but everything breaks anyway. So when it happens, all I can do is deep within let a growl or two come from me and out to you. So let's do that right now. There's the song. There you go. That's my Everything Goes Wrong song. Now that you mentioned Animal Crossing, I have Nook, Line, and Sinker by the Stupendium stuck in my head. Did not disappoint, Dio says. Despite my cold and everything. Oh, OBS, why do you do this? One little update and it all went down. Yep, exactly. The troubles with these things. All right. And yes, the Kirby Automaton. I love this thing. We actually, I don't think I shared this with you, but we actually played, so we do like music nights, usually like Christmas before, like right before, or right after Christmas Day. We try to do it after, but usually it works better for people right before. We do like Christmas carols, Christmas songs, and that's super fun. And then, oh no, Memory Martin. And then on New Year's, we usually always will like do, we'll sing, play Old Lang Syne. We also did a bunch of Elton John stuff with Ms. Mann on piano. But we did Old Lang Syne. It was hilarious this year. I played, so Ms. Manna played Old Lang Syne on piano, and I played on the automaton, like while she was playing. We were all cracking up. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, that's a thing. But let's get back into X Zodiac. That was one of the things that we actually were here for, right? And this game is super cool. I'm really enjoying this, and I want to share it with you because the neat thing here is it's basically taking some of the best elements of Star Fox and just improving upon it. If Star Fox was released today with more resources, this is what we would get, and I think that's super cool. Oops, okay. I think hold on a second. I need to actually boost the audio just a touch. Let's see, that might be better. Memory Martin, if you ever want a female voice, just let me know. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I think the only other female voice we had on another, because I did several songs back in the day, Fampy Love, and I did some collaborations. That was super fun. Ooh, extra missile. Man, it does this not just remind you of Star Fox. I mean, now we're in the asteroid level, right? I'm expecting the scary face to show up. I feel like I want a little more volume on the jams. There we go. Because the music is really good in this game. Did these guys follow us? Who knows? Yeah, I really dig the art style. The characters are really cool. Yeah, I'm impressed. X Zodiac. So this is a good one. For those of you who don't know what we're playing, there's a little bit of info on it. This was a game provided to me for review. And it's 100% Star Fox, exactly. But, we just got our game over. No! First game over. Drat. Now the question is, do we start all the way back at the beginning? Let's find out. Let's find out together. So, Dio says, I'm also totally on board with any voice stuff you need. Oh, this is great, because there are actually several things I'd like to do, including still this reading of a classic Mario book I'd like to do. That has not fallen off my radar. We haven't gotten to it for one reason or another. But let's see if we can do better. I was sort of distracted the last time. And maybe we'll actually get further in this level. Yes, the Mario Book project went exactly, Memory Martin. And you know what? When I'm feeling better, so I didn't feel like I wanted to do it because I'm having a hard time talking. When I'm sick, I stumble on my words more and mispronounce things and whatnot more easily. But when my voice is returned fully, I would also really like to do a reading and a shared, we'll call it gameplay, of a Super Mario Brothers Choose Your Own Adventure book. I have this, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to go through and share it with you and have your input on what we'll vote on, what choices we make. So that's going to be one that we'll do. I don't know when I'll do that, though, because I'd like it to be one that more people can show up to, which I don't know if I should do it like the Monday morning streams or if I can maybe make some Saturday streams. We'd have to like really kind of promote it, But I think that's going to be one that we'll be doing here in 2023 for sure. I believe. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Do a barrel roll, Mike-tron. Mike-tron must have done a barrel roll coming on in. By the way, for all of you who are working and whatnot, please feel free just to lurk away, enjoy just being here if you want to listen and whatnot, but no obligation. If you have to get back to work, totally fine too. I get it. Not a problem. Again, another reason I think Saturday morning would work better for the Choose Your Own Adventure streams. Oh my gosh, this guy's a pain. Oh, he just gets more rocks. No, and then he hurls more of them at me. Sheesh. So yeah, Dio, one of the differences between this and Star Fox, it is running in 60 frames per second. It really looks gorgeous, actually. I really like this art style. It's very consistent and well done. I think the low poly with the low with the pixel art, it's a nice, consistent and appealing art style. I like it. And it plays buttery smooth, really. So this game, you can pick it up on Steam. It's about $10 for early access. I think it's going to be $20 once it's released. There are 6 levels right now in the early access with a plan of, I believe, 12 plus. There are also some bonus stages, but I don't suspect we're going to get to any of those. Probably similar to how Star Fox works, where you have to do some particular thing in a particular way in a stage to unlock a hidden area. And I don't think I'll be able to find those. But, man, this game is fun. Not 12 frames per second, exactly, Dio. Yeah, I was thinking it was 12 frames that Star Fox ran at. Oh my gosh. Of course, you've got the Warble Warble voices, which I love. There are several games, that are indies that I really have my eye on, and this one was one of them. I was given a key to review this game, and I feel embarrassed. I accepted the key when it would have been a really good time for me to stream it, or even make a video, and then promptly stuff happened which prevented me from being able to do that. And then it was out of sight, out of mind. I forgot about it, and unfortunately, it just meant that that I didn't get to this in a timely manner. So we're playing it now, having fun, and come on, I just have to get like one more hit on this guy. Almost one more. There we go. And I like it. I'm having fun with this. We were talking earlier before I think some of you came in about how with games like, Galaga and Galaxian, which I do enjoy. I've got the arcade one-up. I've really gotten into that game. Horizontal vertical shooters, they weren't really my jam back in the day, but I've gotten into them more lately. Star Fox was the first, sort of shooter like that I was like, oh, this is super cool. I think now I look back and I appreciate that Star Fox is essentially Galaga and Galaxian, but with a third-person perspective, or or behind-the-shoulder perspective. And I think that's pretty neat. All right, so this is now the 4th? Yeah, 4th of 6. Here we go. We can't be certain why Zodiac would have any interest in the crumbling ruins of an ancient civilization. But if it's of interest to them, then it's probably bad for us. Investigate and find out what they're up to. Must be a British developer, because we have civilization with an S. Ooh, this is cool. So that like an Egyptian theme. Dig it. So let me just say, if you like Star Fox, you won't be disappointed in this. I am very much enjoying it. And since, we have not had a sort of classic Star Fox entry in very, very long, I'll say in donkey's years, again, because this is a British developer. Maybe, I don't know. I think that this is going to scratch that itch. It's a shame that we haven't had more Star Fox. I mean, we had some in the Wii U, and that was fun. I played the Wii U game, and I think I liked it more than most, but it's not without its faults, and some of the gameplay just ended up getting very clunky because of attempting to utilize some of the features of the Wii U and the Wii U gamepad. And unfortunately, for as brilliant as Shigeru Miyamoto is, sometimes, Miyamoto's strategy is, I want to do something creative and unique given the hardware that we have, and use just one of our properties just to be a vehicle for that. It doesn't necessarily matter if it's, in line with the tradition of the series or not. Star Fox is a good example. Oh, I don't know why I used a bomb there. Star Fox is a good example of a series which has often been utilized as a tech demo. Okay, so the original Star Fox was essentially an FX chip tech demo. In Star Fox 64, which was essentially a remake almost, very shortly after the original Star Fox, was a tech demo for the Rumble Pack. And when you think of some of the other and perhaps more obscure games in the franchise, like I think it's Star Fox Command, the one on the DS, which is actually also a pretty fun game, but very different. That was a tech demo for utilizing the stylus for gameplay. And then you have, of course, the Wii U. GameCube era games I can't comment on as much because I'm not as familiar with them. Although I can say that Star Fox Adventure was actually not originally going to be a Star Fox game, but it was sort of this adventure game that, again, the IP seemed to fit, so that it was put to that. The other Star Fox game, I wish I had it. I don't have it, and I think it goes for a lot of money these days. I think it's Star Fox Assault. That apparently is a more traditional Star Fox. I don't know if there was any kind of tech demo aspect to it. But the Wii U, absolutely. It was like, hey, how can we use the gamepad, this asymmetrical gameplay, the fact that you have the the cockpit view, and as you're flying around, you can move the pad to like aim differently. Very interesting, but it took away from the quick snappiness of Star Fox. And Hiram says, I've got one for him, complete Zelda playthrough. New Year's resolutions, Memory Martin? I mean, on a personal note, I do want to focus a little bit more on my health. I got into some bad habits and put on some extra weight, and would like to eat healthier and just protect my health again. Some of it too, some of it too is taking the time to like mask up more, not being afraid to do that, because even though it is safer, now there's all these colds and things, and I just don't like getting sick. But I do want to exercise. I do want to do a stream of Ring Fit Adventure again, because that was a lot of fun, and that would help with that goal of losing some weight. I'd like to lose. I'd like to get down to like my ideal weight I mean, I used to, at one point in time, I was like 150 pounds. Honestly, I don't think I need to get back down that far. I mean, I've definitely put on more muscle since then too, and that's good. But if I could get down to like 170, I think that would be pretty good. And then, oh boy, oh man, there we go. And then just, building up that stamina that comes with regular exercise. Since we've been living here, we drive a lot more places. Things aren't as within walking distance, or some things aren't. So just doing more walking and more physical exercise would be good. Dang, that bomb was wasted. And done. But yeah, and just continue streaming, doing the best I can. I do, as I mentioned in the last stream, I want to be more adventurous in certain things. I'd like to play more games that aren't something that people would necessarily tune into, I think that'd be good. I'm going to write down a few of these things, actually. Continue Zelda. What was the other thing we were talking about? So we had Zelda, Mario Kart, Choose Your Own Adventure. Oh, shoot, what was the other one? I'd like to do more cleaning streams. That was actually pretty fun. I forgot what the other one was. More music. Music, recording, specials. Read through of the Mario book. Yep, make a song. That's what it was. Thank you, Dio. You're on it. We're on Oasi 5 now. We've detected activity both above and below the super ocean of Oasi 5. There's no doubt that Zodiac is after something of great value to them. Be careful. Let's get some emotes in the chat if you don't mind. I'd love to see a few of your favorite streamers' emotes or your emotes. We might have to get a few new emotes this year too. What do you think would be a good emote to add to the channel too? This is a beautiful level. I like this. Man, it is striking though how really this game lifts ideas directly from Star Fox, and I'm okay with that. It changes a few things, but I mean, it is incredibly similar. This reminds me of Star Fox 64, the level where you're trying to take out the watchtowers, Can't remember the name of it, but ooh, those are some good emotes. I like that. We've got these exploding mines in the ocean. Woo! Okay, wait. 2 more things I need to put down on the list. Add channel point redemption items. And maybe select a game. Maybe bring that back. Maybe. Okay, there we go. This is good. This was one of the things we were supposed to talk about last stream, but we got so into the cleaning of games that I sort of forgot to do some of these things. I do want to do some speed running this year. Actually, I'm going to put that on there. Speed running. That's another one. You actually made some? Yeah, I'd love to hear yours, Memory Martin. And by the way, for everyone who's here, anyone who's new, anyone who's tuning in for the first time, my name is Mana. I'm an E for everyone, family-friendly variety streamer. I focus on Nintendo, retro games on original hardware, and indie titles. Love to have you join and be a part of the community so that we can hang out and grow together while we share our interest in video games together. I like to say that what we do is we gather around the fireplace or the fire pit and talk. That's what we're doing. The fire pit being, again, our shared interest in video games. So hang out, pull up a chair, let's chat, get to know each other, and grow to be our best selves alongside one another. Oh no, what? Harem says you're in luck. I can't suggest Digimon Masters online unless I get a VPN because they've set it to US only. Really? That is really strange. I wouldn't have thought it was that big in the US. I would have thought it was bigger in Japan and then maybe Europe, but weird. Huh. Oh, look at this rabbit. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, this is cool. Okay. I like this. This is cool. Let's get that bomb right there. Oh, that did like nothing. And then he just walloped me. Cool. Can I take those down? I don't... Oh, I can. Okay. Okay, good. Oh, man. I'm gonna go in here. Oh, dang. This guy's pretty powerful. He's not really getting too much damage dealt as I attack him. Not great. Ah, roll, do a barrel roll. Oh, there we go. I've noticed that sometimes it seems like the laser audio cuts out. Have you noticed that? Oh, dang. Alright. Need to start Borderlands 2 but only if Prazer's up to it. Make more YouTube content, Memory Martin says. Work on and complete more projects with Prazer. Do more co-op streams. Learn to make a video game. Nice. I like that. Co-op streams, I would love to do a collaboration with you, Memory Martin. I really would. We haven't done it for a long time, so... What would be a fun game to collaborate on? Any ideas? Oh, you know, another idea, this is on the taking risks side of things. You know, I'm someone who cares very much about their faith and religion and spirituality, and so I pray morning and evening prayer, and I was thinking, even today, I thought about praying it from the Liturgy of the Hours. I thought, hey, I could do this on stream and share it with you, but I have thought that I might do some streams that I start with that prayer, because I do it anyway. You know, some people might be interested, others might not, that's fine. But I thought I might attempt it, you know, because it is a deep interest of mine. It's something I'm passionate about, something I care about. And as people have told me many times, they said, I don't care what you stream, I just come for you. I enjoy hanging out with you. So if that's true, I'm like, well, then this is something that is authentically me. And when I started streaming years ago, the one thing that was really strange is that it was the only part of my life where I did not talk about my religion, did not talk about my faith, my belief in God, my relationship with God. It was the only venue that I didn't. And but I think we've cultivated a community of respect and where, you know, obviously people that come from a whole multitude of different backgrounds and beliefs, you know, we come together and we share our respect. And I think that it could work. I think it could work. I know some people who've said, when I was talking about the Liturgy of the Hours one time, they said, well, that's really fascinating and interesting. So that could be a thing you might see me attempt. But I do say that with some slight trepidation. I Retro Rewind, I exclusively care about what you stream. That's fair. But I also think I have a hunch you might not be. Oh, it was so close. You might not be too upset if I pray on stream. Did I get a game over? Yep. Oh, interesting. Memory Martin, I'll admit I mute the tab when chat asks for a prayer, but I keep it open because I can tell when you're done. No, that's fine. That makes sense. Memory Martin, we'll have to look at our libraries. Yes, we will. Do you have anything in mind? That's good feedback. Good to know, Memory Martin. Though I do like learning about the origins of the holidays you celebrate, since my family doesn't. That's a fair point too. So more the history, the academic side of it, not the participation side of it, which is perfectly appropriate. Yeah, Retro Rewind Pod. I know, I was joking. Or I knew you were joking, I should say. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing, because when I look at Twitch and YouTube, I think that the people I tend to watch either are people that I appreciate their personality, who they seem to be, or the topics. Sometimes I will watch a video or a stream because of the topic or the content that the content creator is discussing or playing or showing or whatever. And I kind of have to go, I'm not a fan of this particular creator. Oftentimes, though, I will I'll watch something I'm not interested in, a topic I'm not interested in, simply because of the creator themselves. So, I never did, Harem. I need to look at your library. That's funny. But, there are some content creators that I think really I've started to appreciate. Like, so here's someone I've recently watched on YouTube. His name is No Swear Gamer. And it's a pretty fun little channel, actually. And it's both a topic that I'm interested in and a pretty neat creator. Smaller creator. And I've just sort of enjoyed what he does. But then, contrast that to someone I would say is basically the content and the personality I appreciate, who's a big streamer, the Gaming Historian. Really like Norm from the Gaming Historian. Good stuff there. And then there are people that I'll sometimes watch, but I don't always love the personality and the things that are said. It can be abrasive or crude, but the content's something I'm interested in. And I that's usually topics like arcade 1-up, retro gaming, maybe new releases, Nintendo Switch releases, stuff like that. Or just uninteresting personalities too, I might say. And then there's stuff where I'm watching something I would not have thought I'd been into, but the personality is so good. For example, I've been watching this one guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he fixes tech stuff, but he's got this really fun personality, and so I enjoy watching that. Or it's and I guess it's a topic I'm semi-interested in, but watching someone solder and stuff is not necessarily something I thought I would be tuning into on YouTube. Anyway, right, Dio? That's what I love. I think there are certain aspects of streaming that I really have grown to dislike. And one of the things I really appreciate are content creators on Twitch and YouTube who present themselves in a way that is more like traditional media, like PBS. I've kind of grown weary of a lot of the fads on Twitch. I've been around long enough to see a lot of them, and frankly, right now, and I say this knowing and recognizing we have a few people who use elements like this, and I'm not trying to suggest that it's that this is an all-inclusive statement, but I've noticed that some of the trends on Twitch have veered towards a lot of VTubers, and unfortunately, what I've found is that for a lot of the content creators who use VTubing models, they're still not. It's not it's not a science. There's still issues with it, and so for many, the VTubing models are more of a distraction than not. Now I think like the PNG tube thing seems to be a little bit better. Oh man, Animate Barrel, I'm back. Ugh, I hit it. Oh, are you talking about the VTuber stuff? Calling me out, Retro Rewind Pod says, no. It's not what I mean at all. But I gotta check out. We've got a message from Memory Martin. I'll read this one or pull this one up on the screen so we can see all of the comments here. But yeah, it's like the broken VTubing models. It just doesn't work. And then if they have guests on, like sometimes you don't know like who's what. And some of these models are very like flashy and like all these these really bright like fluorescent colors that just it gets distracting. And it feels like the what happens is that here's the thing. I think you can do it well if you treat it subtly. Subtlety is the key. I think a lot of people are like, oh cool, I can do this, and so they go for it and they go they just put everything out there. And this hand in hand with another thing that I find not as enjoyable, and that's when people just overload their streams with too much stuff. In fact, I've gone to the I've always tried to be somewhat minimalistic. I've experimented with different things, and sometimes I've failed more than not. But like, I like frames for things. For example, right now, I don't think my stream visually overloads anyone. I like Memory Martin, your stream layouts lately. I really like them, and I think that it works really well. And with your PNG tube models, you and Crazer, I think it actually works really well. Because it's like a podcast style with some slight hints at what you're thinking based on, what your models do. And I like how Crazer, will use the different expressions. I think that works really well. But like a lot of these models, they're just kind of broken and glitchy. So they're sort of doing like the... Hello. This is a good game. Like, have you ever noticed? I'm sorry. Have you noticed that? And so I'm like, what am I looking at? This makes no sense. I don't know. It bugs me. So I think, less is more. Use the technology that works. So, PNG tubing probably is going to be better 9 times out of 10, unless you're one of those people with the mocap stuff and are really doing the other one right. That's my impression of it. That's what I think anyways. But yeah, it's like, I think that's more the software they're using. Memory Martin says the blinking. Yes, Animate Barrel says, right? Dasco, hey. Yeah, and I think that Retro Rewind Pod, I exclusively VTube with a hyper-realistic 40-year-old man, right? I know. But no, I'm not a real fan of VTubers, but to be honest, I really go to streams nowadays. That's fair. Dasco, hello. No, I mean, I think it can work. And actually, Dasco's another VTuber here. So again, I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of this this rise in VTubers and doing it not well. And I think that, yeah, and like Animate Barrel says, Memory Martin, yours is much more subtle than other people's. Exactly. Sheriff Cowboy VTuber also. But when you start getting into these like really wild models that you're just like, what am I even looking at? And sometimes they're absolutely offensive. I've seen some that I'm just, I find very offensive. I've seen, I'm just gonna be honest that I don't even want to say it, but what I've seen is someone trying to be a seductive nun, and I'm just like, no, like that popped up. I was looking, through streams, and I just saw that, and I'm like, what? Why would you do that? Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that I think it's creepy, it's strange, I don't get it. But the other thing that I don't like is when there's so much clutter on the stream. You get like, you have the people that have all the little pixel art characters down at the bottom, and then you've got 3 cameras, and you've got things overlapping, and you've got or like they purchased a pack with like frames and stuff, but the frames don't fit the content, and then they have the content like partly in there and something else. And then add on to that I'm noticing more and more of the Memory Martin. I'm not saying I dislike the stream avatar widget. Don't get me wrong. In fact, a fantastic streamer, Beta64, uses it, but he does it in a way that it fits. It doesn't overclutter his stream. It's the people that have like every single thing thrown at you, and it's just visual chaos. And they've got like a mobile phone game playing in the corner, an idle game over here, plus the main content here, plus their face over here, and it's just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I find that to be less enjoyable. And then there's just a lot of trends on Twitch that I don't get. And call me old. Oh yeah, and then pet cam too. And again, these things on their own or done well, fine. Oh, and then you have the tip jar with the bits that go into it, And then you have the sub goal banner, and it's everything. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink, I've actually been thinking about so like, for example, here's my my screen with the X Zodiac information. I try to give something so that people kind of know what's going here. This is something I've been thinking about. And again, I have as many faults as the next person, and I'm glad that people are trying things. So I'll get to my main beef in a little bit. These were just some ideas here, but I shouldn't be saying these things. People are gonna unfollow because I'm a jerk. I feel bad now. But so I have this, right? I can also swap it to like this. This is a game of Tetris that just plays when events happen. So this is actually because of the subscriptions today. There's some Tetris blocks that have fallen, and we cleared a few lines. So go us. That's a thing that's in there. And then I can take that out, and then I can put in something else, like I can put in Stream Raiders, or I can put in my voice chat stuff. Right now, there's nothing else that works. But what I was thinking is I could kind of make like a Steam Deck button that will cycle this with a few different things. It could include stuff like my my information. Here's another. Let me go to this one here real quick. So I have this here that I use, this side camera. And what the side camera is, it's really meant as like a secondary camera where I can have another face if someone's a guide with me. In fact, I can change that to show a little banner at the top. I can also, right now it's set up to show voices from Discord, but I can also do stuff like, here, I have a snake game in here. So there's an emote in there you can see of me and that snake. So if something were to happen, like a subscription or something, that snake is going to do something on the screen, wrap around trying to get that emote there. that's one that's in there. I also have the Stream Raiders overlay, right? So if I'm doing Stream Raiders, I also have the sticker party, which if I ever use that, where like if people actually use bits for stickers, this will go up and you'll actually see. We'll be able to do a party. Everything just gets flooded with stickers for a bit. So something like that is kind of cool. And of course, I can do other screens and stuff like that. In fact, I believe. Let me look here. I can also put in. You're gonna like this. Memory Martin. There you go. So Memory Martin could go into here. So there's different things there that I've got that set up for. So anyway, I thought, if I had some button presses where that actually cycled, and maybe I add some nice new things to it, it might be cool. I also really want to get some new camera angles, and I ran into issues. I'm actually probably going. There we go. There's some hype. And Dosco, yes, Dosco. It's been a while. I'm doing all right. It's been up and down. So there's been some things since I think we last chatted. There's been some things that are sad and some things that are happy and a lot in between. But overall, right now I'm doing okay, other than this cold. But I do. Where is it? I want to show. Yeah. I'm going to show you something here. One more. Now we're talking about stream upgrades, right? But bear with me for a second. I want to show you something. I happen to have, this is silly. This is really silly. But I'm going to share with you some of my main goals. Oh, yeah. No, Memory Martin, I do have it queued up. I just need to share those, which I will do in a moment. So bear with. It is queued up. Oh, wait. Is it queued up? Hold on. Oh, no. Where'd it go? It was queued up. Hold on a second. Let me go back up to it. There we go. Okay. In fact, sorry I doubted you. No worries. No, it's all good. Here we go. Let's do that first, and then I'll get to the other things. So, Memory Martin, these are games that we could play, everybody. What do you think? I've got Animal Crossing, Dark Souls Remastered, Mario Party Superstars, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Monopoly, Monster Hunter Rise, Ninjala, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Tournament DX, Sky, Children of the Light, Smite, Splatoon 2, Stardew Valley, Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury, that would be fun, Smash Ultimate, NES and SNES Online. I like those. What about, do you ever use Steam, Memory Martin? But I'm inclined to think that we should probably maybe consider a Bowser's Fury playthrough with some people. I think that'd be fun. And anyway, oh, and then also we've got, I think I've shared this before, but there we go. There's my party hat. What do you think? That's the thing I can do now. I like it. I think it's fun. So I can write. I'm a unicorn. I can write on the screen now. So that's a fun upgrade. But I am thinking about selling this. I'm gonna show it to you real quick. This is my Logi Stream cam, and I do like that it's got a 3/4 mount on the bottom, so you can hook this up. I could hook this up actually right here and use this instead of the iPhone 11 that I'm using. There's a lot that I like about this. I'll tell you what I don't like. The main feature that I got it for, which was the automatic panning, only works with software, and the software is yet another tax on my computer's CPU. And that means that using this, especially in conjunction with other cameras, is resource heavy. And so I think the fact that I've not actually used this or incorporated it, I've tried several things, doesn't seem to work right. Some of the solutions I've looked at would omit the functionality of the stream zooming. I've got 3 Logitech C920, or is it? Yeah, 920s. This is almost indistinguishable from a C920. It's a good webcam. Don't get me wrong. Sell and get a Steam Deck. There you go, Animate Barrel. I wouldn't be able to afford a Steam Deck with it, but I think I'm gonna put it up on eBay here soon. Because yeah, it just hasn't gotten the use. And I used it actually for the last stream as the camera that was pointed at this TV when I was cleaning games. But it kept crashing on me. I would it would stop, and I wasn't using it with the software. I was just using it as a webcam, and that was one of the workarounds, right? But it was through my gaming PC, which was actually how I was connecting with StreamYard, which was an interesting way to do it. It was an experiment. I think there's a better way to do this. The best way would actually be to have all my cameras plugged into the main system that I'm streaming from, but I was trying to take some of the tax off of, first of all, these are all connecting through USB, which there's a limit to what you can do, and then also just the CPU usage. But I also have, so right now I use my iPhone 11. I've got those C920s, which I can use, and I guess at least in theory, right? I've got the what's it called? The Stream Cam. There we go. Gosh, there's so many of these similar names. But I have this. This is a Hero 4. It's got a cap on it, and a mount for it, so I can mount it with a 1/4 inch right there. But this is nice. Yeah, I can take the cap off. And it's got a pretty good wide angle lens. So this is what I was using. I can't get the cap off easily right now. But I used this right like this on my desk so that I could capture the hand cam. So that works pretty well. But that connects through HDMI, much like my camera. So what I do is I use these capture cards that go from HDMI to USB, and that's how I connect the feed from the phone and from the GoPro. But what I realized is I could do something, which is get a simple HDMI switcher with a remote, and I actually could plug both of those 2 devices into the switcher, and then that into a capture card into the computer, and that would mean there's only one strain on the computer. I've halved the strain in the sense that I would have otherwise on just those 2 devices, but I still have access to both cameras with the click of a button, and then I can go between them. So that might be a solution for if I wanted to permanently keep set up the hand cam. So if I ever needed to, I could do it. The only thing is I couldn't use my face and the hand cam together. But there's something further here. I discovered a couple of products, I'll show you actually, that I thought were pretty interesting. I hope I can. The other thing, let me go back and say, the other thing I thought is, I have an older, this is an iPhone that I've used, iPhone 8, I believe. And I thought I could just use this to basically, oh gosh, I got like a nice scratch on the screen there. But yeah, I thought I could use this this phone in the camera, but it's not as good. So I'm almost thinking, what cameras can I get? I want to evolve with the cameras that I'm using. This is my dream. I would love to be able to have like 3 camera angles on me at all times that I can switch between. So it'd be like one here, one straight ahead as I'm playing the game. So you're like looking at me like straight on when I'm playing. And then maybe one that's sort of like a wide angle from over here of like the whole room. Or over here. I'm not sure. one location. I didn't mess around, but like a wider shot. So I have kind of like the close up here, the one that's sort of like straight on, and then like a wide pulled back view. Then I'd like to have, and that one would be really cool if it could sort of follow. Oh, excuse me. All right. I think I can do this. Whew. Hold on. I don't know if I'm totally up for it yet. Oh man, everybody. My apologies. I had a coughing attack. You know, part of this right now is everything's draining. I got all this gunk. Something tickled the back of my throat and just got me in this coughing fit. And it was not fun. So I had to blow my nose. I had to cough. I had to hack a lung in the bathroom there. So refill my water. Thank you for that. Sorry for the abruptness of that. That is part of the challenge right now, indeed, of doing all this. Yeah, it wasn't fun. So I almost thought I was going to vomit because it was so aggressive there. But yeah, being sick, not fun. Don't recommend it. Anyway, getting back, I just want to wrap this up and then play some more of this game and then maybe not talk quite as much. Thank you so much for the well wishes. Sorry for those of you who had to step out there. I know a couple of you did. Yeah, right, Tayo. Oh man, I'm sorry. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So yeah, I would like to have 3 cameras that would be used as this one is. This is my camera that I use, obviously, for when I'm chatting with you, but also, you know, if I go into a game, you know, boom, like this, it's this camera. Whatever fits here, whatever is here, I'd like to be able to switch between 3 views. So it could be, right, it's worse when you're an old man, right, Harold? So again, this could be changed at a whim, even while I'm in the same scene. It would just change the camera angle. So I want this one. I really am happy with that. I'd love to have another one straight ahead of me, and I think the ideal there would be like another iPhone 11. I'd love to get another like iPhone 11 and use that so that I have, you know, it's a good balance. But it would be a straight on view, and the most important part of that would be that it would also, I'd love to be able to have, and maybe it wouldn't be maybe all my cameras change, I don't know, but whatever camera I'm using, I'd love for it to be able to track my face. So if I go like this, you know, my face is still centered, and because I'm watching the screen, if I'm doing this, I can get those real nice tight shots like this. I could have it on the one that's following my face. So if I go like this or this, I'm not cutting my face off. I'm actually tracked in the logic of the camera. Honestly, I believe there is a software solution that does that. I don't know how taxing it is on the system, but if I set something like that up, I think it would be perfectly acceptable. So, you know, whatever camera I believe that I use, I could do that with. I have to do some testing. Then the third camera, the wide angle one, I'd love to have a motorized arm, you know, or what do you call it? Like a mount. There's a term for it. I can't remember if it's sled or whatever. Anyway, it's basically like a set of bars that has a tripod mount, you know, short one, and it's motorized, so it actually can have the camera pan back and forth. And I'd love to have it be on an automatic timer where it just does a very slow roll back and forth, real subtle. But what I think would be cool about that is, like, if it's over here, right, and it's sort of a wide angle, you know, capturing the room, it's sort of, it just gives that momentum, like somebody's filming and moving. It just gives a little interest, you know. So like if I'm doing a conversation and we're getting into something, you know, kind of deep, it could just kind of do that little background slow roll, and I think it would look really good. So that's my idea for the 3 cameras here, and it would all be whatever occupies this screen, you know. It'd all be just cycling through those. So if they were HDMI enabled cameras, I could put them into an HDMI splitter, you know, as opposed to the correct thing would be something like an A10 Mini or a proper video switcher, like broadcast level stuff, or there's some prosumer and consumer stuff, but you know, basically plug in all your HDMI things and then it's just a switch that you have on your desk. that's the correct way to do it, but a standard like HDMI splitter would do the job to start, because there's more expenses involved in setting something like that up. Then I'd love to have a camera angle that would be like a controller cam. So it's always pointed at the desk. I could use it if I'm playing an old video game system. If I want to show you if I'm playing like the Playdate, I could put that under there so you could actually see the cranking of the machine as opposed to just seeing the static image, or the Playdate device that I have with the little image that shows the Playdate and then the screen inside of it. And then as far as something else that would be kind of interesting or fun, words lol, right? Exactly. Something else that would be fun would be a magnifying camera. So I found a couple of things that were kind of interesting. I found this one, it's actually like a document camera for teaching, that it's a webcam, plugs in through USB, and you put it on your your desk, and it just you plug it in, and there you go, you're good to go. It's got a mount to it, so it's always sort of in the proper place. It's got an articulating arm. That seems pretty cool to me. And I also found a magnifying camera, same thing, it's a webcam. So then the thing would be like you'd have two webcams, you'd have to like activate and deactivate as needed, but that's fine. So anyways, long story short, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, for the time being, the I have technically enough. I would just need to get another Apple to HDMI adapter to use the camera that I have, and then maybe eventually upgrade to an iPhone 11 camera for the one that would be in front of me. And then for the one over here, I wouldn't necessarily have the rotating thing, but I found a $30, it's on sale, but it's like a $30 device, and I don't know if it would work in this scenario, but it's supposed to do like image tracking. It's got a webcam actually built into it, and then you mount your phone. That's the problem. It wouldn't work as well for the GoPro, but maybe I could find one that's a similar idea that has a 1/4-inch mount, or simply, like tape it onto that, or find, some way to mount it onto that. But that camera built into the device tracks a person and moves around, and it's not as smooth or as nice as the long arm, but that might be another way to do it. Lego, there you go, Harem. So that might be a fun sort of solution, where really all I would need then would be an HDMI switcher, another adapter for the iPhone, and this $30 device. So, all told, maybe that'd be in about $100. So if I could even get like $50 for my Logi Streamcam that I'm not using, that might be a good solution. So that's kind of where I'm at. And then later I could pick up the articulating arm and the microscope webcams. But the articulating arm one, I think it's like on sale for $70 right now. And that, I think that would be a really nice thing to get. Especially if I get everything else set up the way I want. But it's just a little priced out of my range at the moment, because what I probably would do is, like I did last time, use the GoPro to capture the desk, and then because I can always take something out of the setup. It makes it less convenient for me. But these are things I'm thinking of to try to improve streaming and to take some load off of the actual computer, because the nice thing there is that I would be removing one device plugged into the USB, and then adding in the other, which is the oh no, wait a minute. One. How would this work? Okay, so yeah. Basically, because I have my USB capture devices for the computer and for all of my systems. And then I have I have two of those, and then I have one for the cameras. So one for the cameras would be replaced by the HDMI splitter, which would then be 3 cameras, all for this. And then what I could do is, if I'm doing a stream where I want to show my hands, typically I wouldn't need, both the PC and the HDMI for all my consoles. So in theory, I could just unplug the one I'm not using and plug in the webcam. But there is another solution too, which could be a nice one. And it's one that I actually think would be better. And there's a device that can capture, that you can plug a webcam in, and it basically converts it to an HDMI signal. It's basically a small processing unit inside of it that does the processing that your computer would do, probably Linux or something like that, and then spits out an HDMI signal. So you lose some of the functionality of certain things, like settings that you would adjust with the Windows webcam tool or stuff like that, right? But it would work. And then this would be really cool. It would be so neat to have a physical switcher where I could actually choose between the screen that shows up like here, like the one next to me, where I could actually change it between the different devices. So this is where it gets a little tricky. I like having a separate one for PC and all my consoles because sometimes I like to use both. But in theory, I could even duplicate the feed for the computer, so it would actually send a signal to a separate capture card, so I can always use that separately, and into that HDMI switcher, and I could have PC, consoles, and desk cam and microscope cam all in one, and then I could just switch it as needed. So if I were doing the stream like I did last time, showing my desk, showing what I was working on, I could grab that real quick. But then it gets tricky too, because then there's times that I want a controller cam while I'm playing a game that's going to be shown here. So there's no perfect solution, basically. Would love to get some camera upgrades. RetroTink, I'd love to get the RetroTink 5X. Yeah, organizers for the office, lots of things you could buy. Absolutely. So I'm still thinking about this, still trying to make my plans and figure out how I'm going to upgrade. But, oh well. The easiest way in is via one of the highways that's still under construction, so I have to leave the UV MK3 behind for this one, I'm afraid. Watch out for the heavily militarized police force. Ooh. I'm excited for this. Yeah, so, long story short, oh, this is cool. What? Whoa. Alright, this is new. Alright, now I feel like I'm playing F-Zero. What? This is so cool. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. I didn't expect this. Yeah, it's become F-Zero, right? That's so cool. So this game, I like it. I recommend it. But yeah, so camera stuff, I'm still trying to figure out an optimal solution. But really, what would probably be the best, I mean, I think the correct way to do it would be to have, broadcast quality video switchers, and then have like all your all your possible things you'd want in one area of the stream, all your possible things you'd want in another area of the stream, and all the possible things you'd want in a third area of the stream. And maybe some of those are duplicates, but basically 3 switchers right there so that you could just easily make that work. Alternatively, you can do all this with OBS, but the thing is, like, hardware is always going to trump software in terms of quality, in terms of issues that you face. A standalone video switcher is not going to have the issues that you can run into with OBS. OBS is incredibly powerful for what it does, and it's made so much possible, and I'm so grateful for it. But there's still limitations, like outside of the control of OBS, like the limits on USB for cameras. Because if I could plug everything in via USB that I want to, there'd be no problem. If I could plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I could plug in 7 USB video sources, then OBS would be fine. That and my Steam Deck, Stream Deck, would be enough. But I can't plug that many things in through USB. So, oh man, this totally looks like the robot in the tank area of Star Fox. I love it. Or the first world of Star Fox 64. Anyway, yeah, so because I can't plug everything in, I have to have certain things that I activate and deactivate certain sources, and it just gets kind of tricky. USB hubs aren't going to cut it, because what it is that USB has a certain amount of bandwidth. You're limited by the USB bus or USB controller. And so what happens is you could have multiple cameras, but then you're not going to be able, you're going to drop frames if they even work at all. Oh dang, can I jump? Oh no, I can't. I just have to dodge. Okay. So oh no, look how close I was there. Dang. So that is a problem. And no, I gotta check your list of Steam games then, Memory Martin. After this one, I'll go back and check it. Woo. But anyway, yeah, what I do now is I have, and I have a hub. That was my first thought. Oh, I'll get this hub and I'll be able to do it. And years ago, I found out that didn't work. So I have to plug into separate USB ports on the laptop. I can get 3 video sources on my laptop, I found. So when I've done my arcade cabinet streams, what I've done is I've set up 3 cameras, and that works. And then when I do my regular streams, I have my camera, and then I have my capture card for my consoles, it's all within a HDMI splitter, and then I have the capture card for the PC, and then I just activate as needed. But sometimes I have both the PC and the consoles. Sometimes I can't do that, or don't need to do that, so I don't do that. So. But what I found is adding one more source pretty much makes it impossible to work. So, yeah, my first capture card needed 3.0 port, I think that's what it's called, to work properly. I have plenty of them, but not every PC is the same. Right. So another option is to get a capture card that that fits right into a desktop computer, but I'm using a laptop to stream from, so I can't do that. So you could get a capture card that would do that, but then and then that would leave me with in theory 3 additional ports usable for like webcams. So that would solve the issue. But I like the flexibility of using a laptop. because then I can take my stream to another room if I want to, or eventually to the garage, that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking that, oh shoot, man, this one's tricky. I try this again. So I'm thinking that what I'll have to do is this other solution, this alternative solution, if I wanted to use the laptop. But I have thought about eventually getting a dedicated streaming desktop as my next stream upgrade, PC upgrade. And I could still use this laptop if I did it soon enough, you know, for things like garage streams and whatnot. And that would allow me to install some of these capture cards and things. But I don't know. There's so many ways to do it. Honestly, it comes down to mostly money, really. To do things the right way costs thousands of dollars, and I just don't have it. I can't invest that. And then, at least not yet, you know. And then to do it sort of on the cheap requires really trying to figure out how to MacGyver a solution. It's just not ideal. Retro Rewind Pod, I was so close that last time. So I'm not complaining. Please, no, I'm not trying to make it sound like, you know, oh, woe is me. I feel like I'm very happy with the stream setup that I have. But I do want to try and make it better. I think there's ways I can make it better. And like I said, for about $100, and let's say I sell the camera for oops, dang, for 50. If I can get 50, it's like pretty much brand new. If I could get $50 for the Logi Stream Cam, it's a good camera, and people do. You know, it is sought after. If I could do that, then I think that I would, you know, be able to get, you know, $50. I'd be able to spend $50 to get what I would need to make a really good upgrade to just having other angles to my face. And then saving up for that camera that would allow me to get a better perspective on the desk. Dang. I think that would be worth an investment. That would be, again, maybe $70 to $100 for that. And that could be a, you know, maybe next year thing. The microscope one, to be honest, would be used a lot less. It would just be a cool thing for certain, especially working on cleaning systems and stuff. Hey, we did it. But Zodiac, we are the law. Oh, and it's a... Wow. Hey, we beat another level. I think we beat all of them. We need the Mana Beauty angle. That's right. Swooning plus 20. That's funny. Thanks, Memory Martin. And words are hard. So let me see your Steam list. On Steam. Hey, we got an A on that one. That's cool. All right. Connecting to Zodiac Internal Network. Drone... What? Oh my goodness. What is this? What? No way! Look at what it is now! It's Space Harrier! What? No way. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, hold the phone. We are playing Space Harrier now. What is right? This game, yeah, I recommend it. Seriously, for $10, I got my money's worth. I got my money's worth. If you can't, you know, if this has never got updated again, this is worth $10. That being said, how cool is it that there's more planned for this? Hopefully it stays on target and does eventually see the release. But Oh, you can just push and hold. That's helpful. This is amazing. I just can't, I'm shocked. How cool is this? Well done, team. This is fantastic. Well done. Well made. Oh, shucks. Yeah, and N7 Delta Force shows his age by smiling and nodding a lot along. What happened? Under construction. So it's oh. Was that it? We actually ranked. Okay. I thought I lost, but okay. We've played through the game. We did it. We did it. We played through the game. Space Harrier. Space what? Space Harrier. Space Harrier is a classic arcade game by Sega. And it is just like that. You know, you're sort of going around the screen with your big blaster and yeah, that's it. Oh man, that's so cool. I love that. That is awesome. All right, let's take a look here at what Memory Martin has on Steam. Well, look at that. I just like I'm gonna hide behind this. Borderlands 1 and 2. See, if I had another angle, I could like pull back, you know, and use it where it's like it's pulled back, and this wouldn't cover my face. Anyway. Okay, Borderlands 1 and 2 and pre-sequel Castle Crashers, Core Keeper, Deep Rock Galactic, Lost Ark, Maple Story 2, Multiverses. That's one I have yet to try, but I want to. Neverwinter, New World, Okami HD. Fair, but we both have it on Steam. There we go. Resident Evil 5 and 6, Smite, Stardew Valley, Subnautica, and Subnautica Below Zero, Terraria. V Rising, We Were Here, The Past Within, a new entry into my favorite puzzle point-and-click mystery flash game series called Cube Escape Rusty Lake. This is the one you were talking about. Was it not there? Animate Barrel? The Past Within? Or no, it was another one you were talking about. I can't remember. Anyway, but Animate Barrel is down for Castle Crashers. I think that'd be fun. That's amazing, Delta. Yeah, we may have to try some Castle Crashers on stream. Play that again. I'm always down for that. I think it's a fun beat 'em up. I think it's really good. So Automana, right? Yeah, you got it. But yeah, no, I think that there's all kinds of stuff that we could do. I love Rusty Lake. I don't know if you'd like it, but you should try it. Okay. I think right now the thing that jumps out at me is we should get a collab for... We could do this. Now here's the question, Animate Barrel. Would you be willing to have your voice be on stream? You don't have to. But would you be willing to have your voice be on stream if we did a collaboration where you were playing Castle Crashers with us? Mike-tron off to lunch. Have a good one. Thanks. Oh, let's get a shout out from Mike-tron. Let's do that. Mike-tron family friendly. You would, Animate Barrel? All right. Let's definitely then, let's get you and Memory Martin, and we would need one more player, and I think I've got someone in mind. You've done it before? All right. Okay. So, there you have it. That's the plan, everybody. Let's just go back as we're wrapping up our coverage here of this game. Some thoughts, and I'm going to play the first mission again. Oh, my pleasure, Animate Bro. Yeah, no, my pleasure. So, my thoughts. Beautiful looking game. Really nails the aesthetic that it was trying to go for, as well as the styles of games that it was going for. I really appreciate how well it, how smooth it plays, how well it handles. I didn't pay attention to the story. frankly, because it was just too hard to follow along. But my thought is that it probably is a pretty interesting one. I'll have to go back and see, maybe rewatch the VOD so I can actually read what was going on while I was shooting things. But no, I definitely think that it's worth $10 in the state that it's in. Short game, right? Very short game. But I come from the mindset that, if you're playing mobile titles, I used to enjoy, a $10 mobile game. And I think about, if you go to a movie, you pay $10 to see a movie. And, I should have gone for the laser. Oh, well. And, that's 2 hours, right? So at $10, I'd say you easily get 2 hours worth of enjoyment out of this game. Because I feel like replaying it, actually, frankly. Trying to get those top scores and trying to get better ranks, So, by that standard, this is a good bargain at $10. But the fact that it will, or that it is in development, and hopefully, it's always a risk, right? But it hopefully will get a full version released later. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I believe the full version would just get unlocked with your pre-release version, but I'm not 100% sure. I think you would, and that would be nice. That would be ideal. So, yeah, what do you think? Would you say this is a deal or not? Oh yeah, Dash would be great. Yeah, Solid would be good too. Scooter, yeah, all of these would be good. You bought it just to play it with y'all. Oh, great, Animate Barrel. Okay. Then in that case, yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. Ooh, Nelly. See if I can take this out in a good time frame. And it's a pretty challenging game. I mean, I haven't played Star Fox in a while, but definitely feels fair. Oh boy. Okay, keep doing those. I was trying to do it. I think under a minute is what you're trying to do to get a better score. You probably do it better than that, but I have a feeling, unfortunately, I'm not going to get under a minute. Ah, shoot, not like that anyway. Oh boy, come on. Oh no, I want under a minute. Come on. No. Almost there. Yes, under a minute. Let's see what I get for the rank. I think this goes for about $20, or is planned to go for about $20 after launch. I'll have to write up a little a review with some thoughts, but yeah, I like it. Please, everybody, as you can see above, Nintendo Retro and Indie. We're a family-friendly channel here. Please do consider following and joining in for the fun if you're new around here. I hope you enjoyed going through. I still got a D. Not so great. But I did get some points for the boss time, so that's I guess, a plus. Could have done better. We'll have to do better. Anyways, I really enjoyed this game. I think that you will too, if you like Star Fox especially. Hey, what's going on here? What's happening? What's happening, OBS? Why the issue? OBS is suddenly... Huh. Well, how peculiar. Huh. Alright, well, OBS is acting a little strange at the moment. Couldn't tell you why. It doesn't want me to use my stinger transition, so... I mean, maybe I could do something like this and work around it. Let's try this. If I go to... No, it's not gonna... What is going on? Weird. Alright, well, there we go. We'll just do it that way. Oh, now I can do it. Now, let's do it again. Alright, now we can do it. That was weird. I don't know why it wasn't working. But 3, 2, 1, and... Wabam! That's it. Is mana pausing or finishing right? Oh, man. That's right, you never know. You never know with me. If you squint hard enough, that rank was an O, which stands for obviously it did great. Thank you so much, my friend. That's kind. That's kind. Undeserved, but kind. Again, this is current state in development, but playable. Ben Hickling, sole member of MNKY, has been creating the code, art, and design for Exozodiac for over 4 years. The game's also had a successful Kickstarter campaign in 2020, so there's some good stuff there. Check it out. I like it. I think it's a good game. I'll definitely give it some props, thumbs up, and a suggestion if you like those sorts of games. Good job. And being a one-person dev, I'll sometimes I like that too, because it means that usually there's a little more internal consistency in the game. That was good. So, right on. Yeah, let's take a look real quick. Who to raid? Is anyone else playing Exozodiac? I should ask that question too. All right. Razipu is doing a 12-hour subathon. Razipu, member of Club Tortimer. The Red Panda is playing some Fallout 76. Remiko playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Dosco wrangling up some Red Dead Redemption 2. You said Maverick was online. Where's Maverick? I'm not following Maverick? What's the deal? Why is Maverick not showing up for me? Are we talking about the same Mav? Why don't I see... Huh. Weird. Harem, there's something called Artemana playing this game, but not sure what they're like. Have a great day, Artemana Retro Rewind Pod says, and take care all. Oh, and you know what? Let's do a shout out. Retro Rewind Pod. Yeah, there you go. One more. Definitely check out Retro's stream there. Maverick Crossing is doing Sky Children. Am I not following? What? Is this Maverick of oh, why am I blanking on the couples stream thing? Why can't I think of that? Oh my gosh. No, wait a minute. This is not who I'm thinking of, is it? I don't think I know who this is. Yeah, I've never, this is not who I was thinking it was. Yeah, I don't know who that is. They seem cool. Well, they're not feeling good. You want to give a little support to them? Let's do it. I'll meet someone new and get to follow someone new. Why not? Says, I mostly play Sky Children of the Light, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Stardew Valley, Legend of Zelda, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, and other cozy games. Right on. It's a cozy channel as well as a safe space for everyone. Oh, that was, that reminds me, I was going to talk about some of the things that I have noticed in streaming that were problematic, but let's not do that now. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's like a lot of I don't feel welcomed or comfortable or cozy or safe in a lot of streams these days. It's nice to find ones that you do, but yeah, anyway, something to talk about at a later date. Anyway, this seems like it'll be a nice thing to do. Let's go raid this Maverick that I don't think I know. I feel embarrassed, but I don't see anything. Yeah, not sure if it's Maverick Senior. It's popped up. Yeah, I don't think it is that Maverick, is it? That's what I wasn't sure. but I'm not following, so I don't know. Maybe I'll find out, and then I'll feel foolish. We'll find out. Maverick, if you're watching this and you're like, what are you thinking, man? I'm sorry I didn't follow. I guess maybe I think one time I didn't follow someone because I was told that they typically didn't stream, but I don't know. Anyway, raid initiating. Let's see how this goes. And yeah, I honestly thought it was because I've never heard Maverick talk before. Fair. What? RRP? What? Is this? I don't even know. But yeah, Mana Splash raid, everybody. I don't even get the reference Retro Rewind Pod, but that makes me laugh. Mana Splash raid, as Memory Martin said. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed the stream, and I hope that you'll check out the game if you liked it, and I will write a review up. It's a Top Gun reference. Ah, gotcha. See, I'm out of practice, but I do have the Top Gun NES game sometime. Anyway, my friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time, next week. Do good, be well, stay safe and healthy, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.